Okay, so today we are going to make a gang sheet using Photoshop. So let's open up Photoshop and let's go to File, New. We want to make sure that this is in inches, so let's go with 12 because that's the size that we have right now. Pixels per inch should be 300. We're going to go to CMYK. This is good, this is good, that is good. Let's change the height to like 50. And then hit create. So this is going to be your template. If you want to go file save as, then you can name it as template. And then every time you want to make one, it's going to be like right here on your desktop. You don't have to create this every time. So, if we have an image, let's see if we can get an image. Okay, so we drag and drop this image over here. And then if you hit Alt and then scroll wheel, that will allow you to zoom out. If I go and I hit the crop button, or the shortcut for that is C. You're going to see a border around here which you can adjust, and that will give you to the very edge so that you can maximize your printing area. When you're done, just hit enter. Now usually what I like to do is I like to give it a little space just so it doesn't crop out any images. So I like to go a little more like this. Right? And then what you can do, I'm going to do a file save as. So how I do it was Control Shift S. And then change this to Photoshop. So these are the two files right here. So in Photoshop, you can actually adjust the units in here. So make sure you go to Preferences on the General, or the command line is Control K. Then you go to Units and Rulers. Make sure that this is in inches and in millimeters. By default, this is in pixels, which makes it very difficult when you're trying to resize things. So make sure it's in inches. So all of this is good. So let's change to 300 actually. Screen resolution. I want to be able to see that. Okay. So once you have cropped this, what you can do is you can go, if you open it like this, then once you crop it, you can just do file save. So let's say like this. And then hit file save. Once you go back to the template, you will see now that's cropped. And then you can just drag and drop this over. That. So Alt, scroll wheel, zoom in. I'm using the space bar to move, so that gives you the hand. So space bar gives you the hand. And then if I resize this, you will see the inches there. So let's say that I want it to be max size, so like this is 12 inches, right? So to do that again is just click on it using the move tool, and then Control T for transform, and then you can move it around. You can also use the directional keys on your keyboard to make finer movements. Okay, so that's going to be this in 12 inches. And then the length is 11.53. Right, so if you wanted to make a duplicate out of this, just hold the Alt and then click and drag. And then Control T, resize, let's say I want, I don't know, pocket size, so like 5 inches. That, move up here like this. Hit the move, and I want a duplicate of that. You can see that it snaps to the center or to an edge, so it makes things very easy. Something like that. Once you're done, you can go crop, so C for crop. Right. Drag it up. Okay, so we're gonna check for image size. So this 300 dpi, 12 inches is good. So we go Files, Export, PNG. Let's go to our desktop. And then we are waiting for it to export. There it is. That's your first Gangsheet.